Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in.
Today we will be covering xAI launching brand new speech-to-text and text-to-speech APIs, Microsoft rolling out a Windows 11 build with AI agent hooks baked into the taskbar, Anthropic's Claude Opus 4.7 posting some impressive new benchmark numbers that have developers talking, and Alibaba releasing a highly efficient new mixture of experts model called Qwen 3.6. Let us jump right in. On April 18th, xAI officially launched two standalone audio APIs, Grok Speech-to-Text and Grok Text-to-Speech. These are not just experimental demos. They run on the same real-time infrastructure that already powers Grok Voice across the X platform, Tesla vehicles, and even Starlink support systems. So the tech has already been battle-tested in production environments before being offered as standalone developer tools. This is a significant move because it marks xAI's transition from being primarily a platform-embedded assistant into a full-on enterprise API vendor. One industry summary described the launch as, quote, a direct shot at ElevenLabs, Deepgram, and the voice API segments of Google and OpenAI, end quote. Early developer reactions have been focused on a few key questions. People want to know how Grok's voice latency stacks up against the audio capabilities in GPT-4o5.4, whether the pricing is competitive with Google's Gemini 3.1 voice endpoints, and whether xAI can offer long-term API stability given the various shifts happening on the X platform. Regardless of those open questions, having another serious player in the production voice API space is great news for developers who want more options and competitive pricing. Now over to Microsoft. On April 17th, they pushed out Windows 11 build 26200.8313 to the release preview channel. On the surface, it includes some nice quality of life improvements like a faster file explorer. But the real headline here is what is buried in the release notes. There are clear references to deeper AI integration tied to taskbar-level agents. This confirms that AI agents are still very much coming to Windows 11, even after Microsoft pulled back on some earlier Copilot positioning. As Windows latest reported, quote, Microsoft previously said it would reduce Copilot in Windows 11 and integrate AI where it is most meaningful, end quote. So instead of Copilot being this separate app you interact with, the vision is shifting toward what you could call OS-native AI agent orchestration. Think of it as AI capabilities woven directly into the operating system itself, rather than sitting on top of it. This aligns with Microsoft's 2026 release Wave 1, which kicked off general availability on April 1st and includes a broader set of AI governance features. The early feedback from Windows insiders has been a mix of excitement and practical concern. IT administrators in particular are asking important questions about resource consumption, enterprise policy controls, and whether these agents will be manageable through the Copilot control system. The direction is clear though. Microsoft wants AI to live at the OS layer, and this build is a concrete step toward making that happen. Moving on to Anthropic. Claude Opus 4.7 originally launched on April 16th, but fresh benchmark results that surfaced on April 19th are generating a lot of buzz. The big number is 64.3% on SWE Bench Pro, which is a well-known benchmark for evaluating how well AI models can handle real-world software engineering tasks. That is up from 53.4% in earlier runs, which is a really meaningful jump. For context, SWE Bench Pro does not just test whether a model can write code. It tests whether a model can understand complex code bases, diagnose issues, and produce working fixes, so improvements here carry real weight. Alongside that score, Opus 4.7 introduces a new reasoning tier called xHigh, which gives the model more compute budget to think through harder problems. It also triples the image resolution for vision tasks. And here is the kicker, all of this comes at the same pricing as Opus 4.6, so users get a substantial upgrade without paying more. One coverage outlet noted it is a, quote, new flagship scoring 64.3% on SWE Bench Pro with a new xHigh reasoning tier, end quote. Developer sentiment is largely positive, especially around the coding improvements, though some are raising fair questions about the reproducibility of SWE BenchPro scores and how Opus 4.7 compares head-to-head with GPT-4o 5.4 and some of the newer open-source models. And finally, Alibaba dropped Qwen 3.635BA3B on April 17th, and this one is worth paying attention to because of its architecture. It is a mixture of experts model, which means that while it has 35 billion total parameters, only about 3 billion are active during any given inference pass. For anyone unfamiliar with the concept, think of it like having a building full of specialists, but only calling on the 3 or 4 experts you actually need for each specific question, instead of making every single person in the building work on it simultaneously. The result is dramatically lower compute costs per query, while still maintaining strong performance. This design puts real pressure on Western frontier labs that are running dense models in the 30 to 70 billion parameter range, because those models activate all their parameters for every single request, which is far more expensive to run. Community reaction has been quite positive, with developers drawing comparisons to Meta's Llama models and Anthropic's Sonnet tier offerings. There is also speculation about how export controls might affect the availability of models like this going forward, but from a pure technical standpoint, the efficiency gains here are impressive and highlight how mixture of experts architectures are becoming a serious competitive advantage in bringing costs down while keeping quality high.
Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.